Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. Why all the concern? You've seen nothing horrific. Yeah, well, we're about to see some horrific things this time. We're going to go ahead and pop into the embarkation screen where we are going to be taking on the now Beguiling Siren. Regular crew for the Cove. These guys definitely know what they're doing by now, and just reaching level 4. Nope, I know the room is spinning. It's okay. With them all just reaching level 4, we're now going to be taking them against the veteran bosses. Spent a little bit of gold on upgrades and sanitarium treatments, that sort of stuff. But I think we've got plenty to take on this. Now, the Cove is a little inconsistent on what the map is going to look like. This could be an entire medium mission, then followed by a boss fight. It could also have a lot of side paths that we could just ignore as we sort of beeline to the boss. Without really knowing, do like one of those, 4 of those, 2 of those, and like 8. I think 8 should be fine. We're spending about 4,000 gold on provisions. We should be able to make more than that back without too much trouble. And I'm pretty comfortable with this. We'll be able to camp twice right before the fight with a full stack of food. We've got an additional stack just in case. And we'll find out a little bit more about that waif.
In financial desperation, I struck a bargain with the ancient things that surfaced in search of sacrifice when the moon was right. Their price was the delivery of an obscure idol and one other item of more troubling portent. The pact struck. My newfound accomplices slipped silently beneath the brackish water. A fearful stirring at the edge of the torchlight betrayed a familiar witness and gifted me with malign inspiration.
Okay. So my initial thought, of course, is that the additional ingredient there was like a human sacrifice, and that the waif arriving just in the nick of time basically sealed her fate. But we'll have to probably wait for Ancestors' Memoirs Part 3 of 3 of the Siren to maybe find that out for sure.
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, there's no way. It's got to be right here. This is actually great for us, as 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms to move through. That should be pretty simple. We'll go ahead and just stick to the perimeter for now. An extra torch right off the bat, just in case we didn't pack enough, but I think we're going to be more than prepared for such a short journey. Oh, don't go getting stressed out now. Things are going to be fine, I promise. I don't know why she's worried. Alright. Pretty standard crew of enemies here. Oh man, that's unfortunate right off the bat. With them in second and third slots, we should be able to get off some decent bleed, at least, right in the beginning. And we'll at least prevent him from being able to act. Alright, one of these. Nice, at least one of them. And then, why not? Go ahead and stun him.
The match is struck.
Nice.
A blazing star is born.
I don't think we're going to need scouting or monster surprise while we're in this fight, but hey, you never know. Oh man, 2? The best you could give me was 2? Yeesh. These guys are extremely, and at this point, predictably durable. Of course. Heal him right up, why don't you? Okay. Now, she's like really the only one that could be hitting back here. That dodge was unfortunate. I'm kind of okay with them targeting Omand. That's an unfortunate hit that she took, but otherwise, I'd say her dodge percentage is high enough, oh god, to serve as a frontline tank pretty successfully. Dodges up to 64. No blood left for the leeches. We'll just go ahead and take care of that. She could, of course, toxin trickery herself. That might have even been the better choice, all things considered. I might have kept her in the front so that he could try shooting at the Oracle. I really do need to take out that kind of link in their chain. But I'm going to do something interesting here, which is try to stun, because I couldn't target the 3rd rank, but his guard allowed me to hit him anyway. Alright, we're at least inflicting some decent enough bleed. I do think that was worth it.
Destroy them all.
You know, hindsight's 20/20, especially with it working as it did with me getting the crit and getting the kill. It was definitely worthwhile. But I felt like that was a necessary risk, just because otherwise these guys getting sea breezed constantly would have posed a pretty serious threat. With 75% protection, they would have been nearly impossible to ever actually bring down if they were getting healed every once in a while. Alright, maybe stack a little bit more bleed on this guy. Awesome, we did, taking 9 damage per turn. We'll go ahead now and take the opportunity to heal up. I'm going to jinx myself right as I say this.
Powerful blow.
Lovely. But we've only been hit 1 time in this entire fight. This party may not look that tanky, but their dodge chance being what it is just amazing. You know, we've got some decent enough trinkets buffing that up, some characters with naturally high dodge skills. You put it all together and you're really getting something that is just very, very difficult for the enemy to put damage on. And especially when they're doing a lot of their damage as damage over time with bleed effects, I feel like the dodge tank is that much more effective with them. I'm thinking about, since he's already stunned, let's just stun him as well. Oh, did I used Judgment. I didn't mean to use Judgment. That's fine. He'll die. Either way, he's going down.
This is how a life is taken.
Awesome. I'll grab all
As
of that.
victories mount, so too will resistance.
You know, if we had just traditionally tanky characters with a lot of HP, I brought no keys. I thought I brought 1 key. I'm a silly man. Well, I can use the anti-venom on it, which basically has the same effect. Got me a lot of crests. That's actually fairly nice. I still need a few of those to complete all of the upgrades in the town. So a traditionally tanky party, I feel like, would still be getting worn down by the bleed, right? Like, over time, it's not something they'd be able to just shrug off. But a party that dodges, not only do they not take the damage, but they don't have to worry about even trying to resist any of the other effects. Do you think I'm going to go and pop a stun here? And then a stun here. Unfortunately, I did not get that one to work. A little unfortunate. It's okay, though. We'll take 1 incoming attack from the Energized Stinger. It'll miss because Omand is a freaking ghost and couldn't get hit even if her life depended on it. Alright, and then we could Flashing Dagger. And then 3, taking 3. Awesome. Maybe I should have stunned there. That might have made more sense, actually.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
And I'm going to go ahead and Dirk Stab, and then Tracking Shot. And that's a little bit weird, but Lunge, nice, then is going to kind of reset us back up in what I feel like is a more favorable position for what we've got going on right here.
Pummeling.
Yeah, yeah. Indeed it was. Go ahead and stun you again.
The light, the promise of safety.
He's quickly going to find his life is forfeit as he is going to bleed out here. That's a bigger dodge buff, so we'll go ahead and use it. I doubt we encounter another hallway fight in the next 3 rounds.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
You never know. Okay. Excuse me. I got distracted there for just a moment, but we are back in action. So, I want Sapphire. Sapphire is real important. We picked up a little bit of extra food. Go ahead and trade that out there. Yeah. And we could definitely stand to use up some of these torches. They're like kind of overburdening us right now.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Did get a scout. That's at least something. All the way to the boss. Ooh, definitely the boss. So we're going to have one more hallway fight along the way. And then a curio and then a boss fight. Okay. Good. And what do you got for me? Not the easiest fight. It gets a lot easier if we started with that, though.
A faint hope blossoms.
Oh, man. Can get caught by the errant stress wave, though. Luckily, bleed is good on this plated maggot. Oh, no. Not Dudley. Don't hurt Dudley. And he's not quite dead, but...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Dudley is critting like crazy lately. 10%. I mean, we're definitely above the curve on that one. Nice. And, of course, I kind of expected that to happen. Alright. All hands... Get rid of this guy. Alright, taking 6 per turn. He'll die if he acts, so...
Precision and power.
You know, wouldn't it be cool if self-buffs could crit? The same way that damage over time does. Like, does that make sense? Like, I can crit with a heal to heal more. I can crit
by inches.
When I'm attacking and I crit with something that inflicts bleed, it inflicts, like, better bleed.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
So why not let me, you know, if I critically strike with something that gives me 27 dodge, why doesn't it give me more? Maybe not more dodge, but like longer lasting dodge. The same way that instead of 3 rounds of bleed, I would get like 5. I think that would be a really cool kind of an added mechanic there. It would make some things like Shadow Fade and Tracking Shot, I think, actually a lot better. Of course, what happens if you critically strike on a finale? Do you get like super debuffed for a really long time? That's an interesting thought. All right, we'll go ahead and make camp here.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
We have just like the tiniest amount of stress, but we don't need any of the health, so we'll just barely eat. Ends up we pack way too much food for this, which is kind of interesting. And then basically clean guns. We don't really need to worry about scouting chance or being surprised. Do you have any diseases? You don't. To produce a supply item, I may end up actually using that, especially when nothing else is going to matter. Accuracy plus stress resist. Let's go ahead and give it to her. If anybody misses, it's generally Dudley. And then accuracy plus dodge. I can give that to him. And then, man, very little else that I would need to do. I could do an all companions reduce stress, but is that even worth it? Let's just try a pilfer. Cool. If nothing else, I get to like sell it when I'm done with the dungeon, right? I mean, that's something. And then why not? I guess we could always have gotten surprised like walking into the boss fight. That would have been like super uncool. And then we'll make camp for the night. Blessed with good health, at least for today. Yep. And the plan, of course, being kill the siren. Marching to victory or to ruin.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I think with the way things have been going here, it is pretty clear which way we have been marching towards, and it is definitely not to ruin. This is a barnacle-crusted chest which needs shovels for loot. We'll go ahead and do one of those. Don't need the portraits, but the gold would sure be nice. What do I want to toss? I could toss torches.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Let's go with medicinal herbs. We're not really going to need anything. I mean, I haven't decided yet if we're abandoning like immediately upon finishing the boss fight, or if we're going to want to maybe explore back into the dungeon. That'll be a decision we make after we see how this goes.
The aquatic devils have remade the poor girl in their image. She is their queen and their slave.
Alright. The same very creepy thing that we heard the last time we faced the siren. And we'll start it off with one of these. Pretty good. Less good. Very much less good. And then stun 75. What's your stun base? 129, so it's like 50. None of that gives stun resist. Oh, he dodged it. That's terrifying. Okay. Okay. Well then. Let's get a little damage on her. Devour. Yeah. Nasty looking. Okay, not the worst bleed though. I think we'll be able to soak that stuff up. Let's try for a stun here. Resisted. Oh man. Come on now. This is not going quite as well as I would have liked. Alright. I imagine that can stack up and become pretty gnarly, but so far it's not really bothering me one way or the other. Interesting, I can't, like, see, you know, like, what are my odds of stunning this guy? I don't even know. Resisted. Yeesh. I'll go ahead and remove that, though, and then I don't want to shadow fade behind Dudley. High tide. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. For the tides. Wicked slice. Ooh. He can certainly still tag us. Where am I? Who am I? How did I end up back here? Alright. We're just going to end up having to move him. I think that's really the only way this happens. And then... no. Or maybe he'll go right back to her. Seriously, friend? You gotta cut that out. We need you on our side for this fight. It is important. It is important that you were on our side. I fight for love.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Crap. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Super buffed point-blank shot from your own teammate. That's rough. Oh, that was... oh, none of these things are good right now. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. And we're not getting to do our little dodging routine, unfortunately. Yeesh. Man, what do we want to do here? Let's see. 4 to 7, not really worth it. 4 to 7 back there, not really worth it either. And I'm hesitant to potentially bleed my own teammate. Guess we'll just continue to stack damage on the boss. Makes the most sense, right? And then...
death waits.
We'll do a little bit of damage.
Lapse in concentration.
Thank God that dodged. Finally! Some healing. It's about time. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, friend. You are not normally meant to be up front and in your face with the enemy. Tracking shot. Well, as things go, I mean, that's not too bad. Now if we could just, Jesus, keep from... yes! keep from getting Song of Desired all the time. And then let's do this. Get him out of here. Oh,
a dizzying
God,
blow to body
crit,
and
though.
brain.
Okay. All she can do from here is Shadow Fade. Ugh. And if she ends up, I have to Toxin Trickery. It's not the worst thing in the world. We are bleeding right now, and it does give us a stress or a dodge buff. Okay. If you're gonna take somebody, the Jester is probably who I want it to be. And then just go for the party heal. Everybody's hurt after all. And then one of these. That could have been better. I wish I could see their movement totals, like, from this screen. Tell you what. Take him out of this. Do no damage to him. Play with kid gloves. Good dodge. Just a stress attack. Not even a terribly bad stress attack, all things considered. She can only go forward or back one. Yeesh. Alright. Now we're... Okay. Such a huge chance to crit. 13. Man, I'm getting like the very low ends of those too. The tides, they took me. I'm sorry, friend. I'm so very sorry. Not much I can do from here. I need to get these guys swapped around. Like, that's oh so important right now. Please stop taking him. Thank you. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and move again with her. We're losing a little bit of ground, definitely on our healing overall. Especially when things like that happen.
Breath from becoming unwound.
I don't want this to be the greatest joke of all. Oh man. That has been like at the absolute low end every time. And you're getting a huge crit buff right now. Let's do this. Followed by... Nice. Good dodge. Keep doing it to her all you want. I'll just do it across the entire party. He won't quite hit Death's Door from just the bleed, which is good. And then he can finale to move back 1, 2, 3. That works for me. 8 to 14. Let's get it on the boss. Man, again, those low rolls. Like, 7 to 14. Now a 26% chance to crit. Jeez. Good dodges, though. Very good dodges, though. All I can do from here is Toxin Trickery. I've got to get you out of here. So I'm going to waste another turn, which is unfortunate.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
And then I just absolutely have to move you. I can't do that, so I'm going to remove the bleed effect. And then I've got to get him off Death's Door again. So many hard choices. Down to 32, pressure crash. Of course, he's the one that gets hit. Omand is definitely our MVP right now, though. 7 to 14, 26% crit. It would be such good damage if this landed. Such good damage if this landed. However, I've been complaining about it for like an eternity. I've got to get the party order straightened back out. Then... Good. Also good. I think we are going to see ourselves win this one. Oh, he resisted it. That is fantastic. Again, 9? Out of all the damage you could be doing, 9. Back in Death's Door. Back in bleeding.
Vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Alright, it's fine. Just get everybody healed. Everybody off of Death's Door. Stand still. Fight on. stop him from acting probably a little bit more consistently than I could do it to anybody else. Can't staunch flow. And...
Impressive.
Oh, so big. Okay. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Yeah, yeah. Last thing I need here is like a devastating point-blank shot. Or you to be back on death's door and bleeding.
Facing the abyss.
It's fine. At least I'm going to get to act immediately with her. I might be able to get the kill, but I feel like nobody dying is better for me. Look at slice. Ugh, that hurt. Bellecote, you're a trooper, man. You're really a trooper. 0. What do I want to do here? You know what? Let me check something really quick. He'll be able to hit the 3rd rank. Let's go with this. He resisted the stun. That is unfortunate. And then I'm going on the offense.
Hideous matriarch, vile queen of the aphotic depths. She has no place in the sane world.
Ooh, if he would have failed that death sword check, I would have been so very, very ashamed of myself. Also, we've debuffed the crap out of him to the point that he doesn't do really enough damage. Oh, God. Blood pressure. Painful. I can do nothing except move. Somebody act first. 4 to 7. So close. So close. Okay, this is in the bag. We're taking all the actions. He's dead. It's amazing. Break out the party banners. It's gonna be okay.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
However, they may be able to be felled and beaten, but man, oh man, did Bellecote take a beating in that fight to the point where I think we are going to go ahead and end this one. I've got a lot of provisions left over that are a little bit unfortunate, truth be told, but I think it's better safe than sorry. We also managed to rack up a significant amount of stress during this fight, just kind of slowly but surely. She didn't have what I would consider to be like super strong stress attacks, but a lot of her stuff was doing like 8 every time she used it, and you know, those things add up. And let's find out how much did our anti-venom sell back for. Did we? Oh, it was the very first thing. I probably didn't catch it. It was probably like 5. That's the extent of the use of the camp skill that that pilfered and gave us that. It's worth 5 gold. You know, that's better than nothing. A decent enough haul. 24 crests. 11,000 and some change. Eldritch Slayer. Ooh, gained a ton of stuff. A lot happened to him in that fight, though. Run to investigating the dark arts. Robust, replaced unyielding. And interestingly, he gained disease resist and tapeworm all at the same time. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and get these guys packed up and back to town.
The plume and the pistol. A fitting end to my folly. And a curse upon us all.
Alright. Well, Omand, Dudley, Bellecote, and Groan silenced the Siren's call. Several of our characters underwent effective quirk removal treatments. So that was where a bit of our gold went that last time. And, you know, we'll probably want to spend a round de-stressing these guys so that they're all fresh. I didn't think that was going to unlock the next boss. So we'll want to take at least one more adventure. Maybe while this crew is de-stressing, we'll have somebody else head out. And then we should then see the next stage of the Cove bosses become available. And we'll kind of go from there. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, though. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more episodes on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes. And I will catch you guys next time.